in any situation, but particularly in a situation where you're starting fresh and starting new. I think his honesty and the manner in which he's going to be upfront with our guys is going to work very, very well. But that balance of, being honest with our team, but also, the positive nature, in which he approaches his business on a daily basis, regardless of what he's doing, I think will be a great mix, for our team. And certainly, in my opinion, will give us the opportunity to have great success in the future.
What's a realistic expectation for fans in terms of on-court success this season?
The realistic expectation is that we're going to work hard and we're going to improve every single day. What that means, individually and collectively, we won't know until we see, the team out on the floor for the first few times. But, ultimately, the fans can expect a hard-working team that's going to play well together and work very hard at improving every single day.
What would you say to that potential ticket buyer who may shrug their shoulders and say, this is a rebuilding year, I'll wait to see?
I would say to them, you got to wait and see what comes out on the floor and how they perform and collectively what they do together as a team. Because nobody can sit here and predict that today. Because this team, this collection of players, hasn't been on the basketball floor together. What we can guarantee them is that they're going to play hard. They're going to work on improving every day. Whether they start off good, great, or otherwise, it's going to be a team that's going to work hard and work hard at improving every single day.
As a person who knows the history of the organization that's been over time, do you draw anything from the past as far as just dealing with change over a massive change like this in their franchise, and you have to do anything personally to kind of adjust to it, or you kind of have the background to know how to deal with the situation?
Well, I think we've said before that part of the reason why we made a lot of the change this offseason was because we've been through change before, and some of that change has gotten very deep in terms of the valleys of rebounding and the transition. What we're trying to do here is to create a sustainable model, whereas over time, when we do have to make changes, tweaks, and year in and year out, and over the course of a decade, we'll have a model in which we can be competitive every single year without having to take those major valleys, if you will, to improve. And I think a lot of the experience that we've been through has led us to that. We've been through some major rebuilding in the past, and we don't want to use the word rebuild anymore. On an annual basis, we'll transition, we'll improve more than anything, as opposed to rebuild. And obviously, this is a new era. This is a transition period of time. I don't necessarily look at this as a rebuild. I think we got a great collection of talent, particularly in some of the moves that we made this summer, that we're going to be competitive. We've got a good base. We're going to continue to improve, and over the course of time, we're going to be, competing for a conference championship and hopefully an NBA championship again. But this, in my mind, is not a rebuild like we've been through in the past, where it's going to take us, a 5 to 10 year period. I think we've got a good collection of talent out there on the floor that will just continue, to supplement and improve upon as we go forward, to continue to try and build that winning organization, that winning competitive team.